Yeah. Sometimes when I use that, people go, wow, you know what? Her tech is really on the ball doing that wah pedal in the back. And that joke's on them because my tech is hardly ever really on the ball. The GT1000 auto wah is much more dependable. And then the last thing I want to show you guys before we get into a little more playing is one of my favorite features of the GT1000. Obviously, Boss does guitar synths like none other. No one does it better than Boss and Roland. I've been drooling over this new SY that's here, and I had the GR55 before. But the one thing that those products have that this one doesn't is the MIDI pickup, the GK. And that's something, obviously, that, you know, it's tough to bring around live, you know, the extra pickup. So when I was playing around with the GT1000 for the first time, imagine my shock when I switched over to a patch called Guitar Pad and I heard this. Stop because I could do that all day. So there's no MIDI here. As you guys can see, this is a regular 1/4-inch cable straight into the guitar, straight into the GT1000. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the GR55 or the SY, but man, do the ones that it does have sound so good. So those are some things that I love about it. Those are some things that I use the GT1000 for. The other great thing about it is the AIRD tech that they built into it. I do the clinics now on this, so I know what it stands for. It stands for Augmented Impulse Response Dynamic, which basically just means that it's a really, really good speaker simulator. It not only simulates what the speaker would sound like, but the movement and the vibrance of the speaker. So actually, you're not hearing any cab or any speaker at all right now. I'm going direct into the board. And you don't often find that kind of sustain and that kind of vibe when you're going direct with no cabs. So that's the other thing I really, really like about it as well. If you guys have any questions about it, I'd be happy to take them before we start playing. No one? That means I did a really good job explaining it right off the bat, so that's very flattering. I guess that means you guys want to hear some music, huh? Well then, I am very pleased to introduce the love of my life and my drummer. Give it up for Josh Vialta. So we're gonna play a couple songs from my album Controlled Chaos, and then I have one more very special guest waiting in the wings for a really cool encore for you guys. I better get off that pad sound before the song sounds really different. Thank you guys. How many of you guys have my album Control?